What is up, you guys? Welcome back to another video. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Cece. This is my fitness channel where I share my fitness journey with you guys, fitness vlogs, what I eat in a day, and everything in between. So for more of that, be sure to subscribe. Every day is a gift, and I'm so grateful you decided to spend part of that gift here with me today. Today we're hitting the reset button. Can you guys believe it is already June? I am mind boggled that it is already 6 months through the year. I just literally can't believe it how fast time flies. But let's get real. Life happens. Motivation dips, and January goals, they definitely got left in February. Guilty. But the good news is it's never too late to reset and restart. So I felt like this was the perfect time to do a good mid-year reset video. June, halfway through the year, it's the best time to refocus, re-energize, and create a plan that's actually gonna work so you can achieve your goals. The first part of this plan is you want to reflect. The R in reset definitely stands for reflection. I think it is so important, no matter the time of year, no matter where you're at in life, is to take time to reflect. If you guys are not new here, you know that I reflect pretty much every day. I do daily brain dump journaling, and while it is definitely a brain dump, I do a lot of reflecting, and I look back and I'm able to see what I was thinking at certain times and connect things. And then also outside of that, I've recently just started doing a weekly reflection, weekly gratitude list, and also a monthly reflection as well, just so I can take time to be with my thoughts. In addition to that, also I am thinking about the things I have accomplished, the things maybe I haven't started, thinking about how I want to change the trajectory of that week or month as well. So be sure to check in with yourself before you get this process started. Where are you really at? Where are you at mentally? Where are you at emotionally? Where are you at physically? If you are someone who is into health and fitness like I am, and be really honest. Don't write down where you wish you were, write down where you currently are. And this can be a typing type of journal, this could be a physical writing type of journal, but I definitely think that taking a moment to pause in the quiet, whatever works best for you, to see where you're at is the best place to start when it comes to a reset. So part 2 of this mid-year reset is to reevaluate your goals. So this can be reflecting on your January goals. Maybe you didn't make goals until March, or maybe you didn't make goals until April. This is a great time to look at those goals and see what you accomplished, what you didn't accomplish, and really sit with yourself and figure out, do these goals even make sense for where I am? So I had goals in January, but if you guys don't know, I did a 75 stall starting in February, and then I went on a weight loss journey as well. So I lost about 11 pounds, which is super duper exciting. And so my goals have changed a lot, and my goals 2 months ago would not be aligned with where I'm headed right now. The biggest thing when it comes to reevaluating your goals is to make sure they make sense for where you are in your life. You want them to be measurable, and you want them to be realistic. So maybe you do have a weight loss goal. So if you have a number list, make sure that it's realistic and make sure you have it written down somewhere and you have something to track that progress. Maybe you want to eat at home more and you have a goal of eating 3 home cooked meals a week or something like that. Maybe you want to meal prep. I think having a measurable goal for that is going to be super helpful. Getting really clear on what you want to do is half the battle. People sometimes just throw out these general things like, oh, I want to eat at home more. Okay, well, what does that look like? Are you currently eating at home 2 days a week and you want to make it 3 days a week? You need to be really concise, and that's going to make achieving your goals easier because you're going to know what you're striving for. One of my goals for the rest of the year is definitely rest. I've been resting okay, but I definitely think I need more rest and relaxation, and I'm so grateful. We actually just came back from vacation. We went to Key West, the Grand Cayman, and Jamaica as well. It was beautiful. Traveling is such a great way to relax and recharge. I will say, traveling though can be very tiring because it's just outside of your natural environment. You're kind of go because you want to experience different things. And so I didn't get to rest quite as much as I wanted to on vacation, but I'm happy to have had those experiences. It's really important to have a balance with whatever you're going to do with your health and fitness goals and living your life outside of that. Emphasize rest and relaxation. Maybe you are a traveler, maybe you're the kind of person who really needs more sleep and you haven't been focusing on that enough. I would love to take another trip before the end of the summer. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I did want to take this moment to shamelessly plug Bagsmart. If you watched one of my previous videos, you know they sent me a lovely water bottle carrying case. They also sent me a carry-on luggage, which I will have linked down below if you guys want to check it out. It was phenomenal, you guys. Getting off the cruise, I accidentally dropped it down an escalator, you know, the little moving stairs. Everything was intact. The luggage held up perfectly. I love the color that I got. It is a great carry-on. One of my favorite features about it is those little zip pockets. They're normally like flat, and I like to use them for my undergarments, but theirs have a little bit of space so you can actually stuff a decent amount of stuff inside of those little slots. Even for my checked bag, those slots are flat, so you can put stuff in it, but having that extra space really allowed me to stuff all of my underwear and socks, especially because we were staying for a full 7 days. Love that this side zips to seal. I still have some stuff to pack. I absolutely love this huge netted area, and then this flips up so easily. Shameless plug, thank you so much Bagsmart for sending me that. I wanted to let you guys know if I have any discounts, I will be down below. So part 3 of this mid-year reset is to rebuild your routine. So you might want to build your routines backwards. This is what I recommend. This is what I recommend. So if you have a goal to cook more at home, okay, so what does that look like? Does that mean that you have to leave work on time instead of always doing that extra 15-20 minutes so that you can get home in a reasonable hour to cook dinner? Does this mean that you're meal prepping on the weekend? So wherever that slot of cooking more at home fits in for you, you wanna put that on your calendar first and then build your routine around that. So for me, like I said, I wanna get more rest, okay? So what time do I wanna be in bed realistically? I have one really early day for work, so I have to be in bed by like 7:30, which is crazy. I will say it's a little crazy, a way bit crazy, because the sun is still up at 7:30 this time of year, so it's a way bit crazy, but I do my best. But anyway, so on a day-to-day basis, I have to figure out what time I want to be in bed and then go from there. I make sure I'm having some really good sleep hygiene. Something else I really want to focus on is creating boundaries with my devices, turning them off. I do have some things in place with my favorite app called Opal. So I would love to go more into that because I'm just a big fan of it. You suffer from apps taking over your life, social media, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, any kind of social, not even social media, any kind of app taking over your life, it's too consuming. I cannot recommend Opal enough. I just want me to go more into detail about how I use that to optimize my routines and keep myself in check. I would love to go into that. But that is like the biggest thing I would say I suffer from when it comes to my night routine is being on my phone at night. Sometimes I'm just Googling something. So I want to be off my phone by, honestly, ideally like an hour before I KO, so that I can really let my brain come down from the stimulation and sleep well at night. That is one way that you can rebuild your routine. I also want to say when it comes to routine rebuilding is you don't want to do too much at once. You really want to stick to maybe like 2, maybe 3 habits that you want to like build at once, because it can be overwhelming because you are forming new pathways in your brain for new habits and new routines. It can be overwhelming to think about too much at once, so you have the time to actually build those patterns, build those routines, and do them successfully on a regular basis. That's the thing. You want to do these routines successfully, consistently. But I want to drink more water. I want to get more steps. Did a great job with my steps in May, and I want to continue that momentum and keep my steps up in June. It's going to be harder because it's getting hotter where I'm at. We're already in 90-degree days here, which is hot. So I just need to prioritize getting out in the early mornings and whatever else it's going to take for me to get my walks in the morning when it's not hot. And then I also want to start getting into the gym, physically strength training more. I've been doing more cardio because I was on a cut, but now I am ready to get back on my strength training journey. So those are just 3 things that I'm going to be focusing on in June. The third thing when it comes to building your routine or habit, sorry, this is like a bullet point with bullet points underneath of it. Sometimes if you're a visual person, I'm a visual person, so I actually might pull out my old 75 Soft calendar tracker thing and like clear it out and reuse it, because I'm very much visual when it comes to tracking habits, and sometimes I'm doing better than I think or worse than I think, and having something like that is a great way to see at a glance how I'm doing and say, hey, I need to do a little bit better here. You can use a calendar, you can use your own physical calendar, you can use sticky notes. I had a little sticky note ab thing going on. I wanted to hit abs a certain amount of time, so I did sticky notes. Whatever works for you, find the method to your madness. But as a visual learner, I find that really helpful for me. So step 4 in this process involves a mindset shift. Let's cut the all or nothing mindset. I hate it. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't think that when it comes to building routines and habits, that's a great way to think, because it's an easy way to get down on yourself if you miss one thing one time. Okay, it's not all or nothing. One good workout counts, one healthy meal counts. Really about finding the balance between holding yourself accountable and understanding that life sometimes does happen. And you know, outside of life happening, you still want to make sure you're staying on track and you're staying consistent with your goals. So you have to have a very real conversation with yourself. The amount of awareness this is going to require tends to be a lot, and that's why I always like try to emphasize knowing yourself in a lot of my sit down talks, because it's so important to know yourself, know your habits, know where your weaknesses are, so that when you go to build new routines and try new things and build new habits, you can anticipate where you might suffer a little bit more or things that need a little bit more work for yourself. You guys have probably heard this before, but progress is not linear. It is, I'm gonna put the graph up. I've seen it multiple times on social media, and it feels like such a true testament to life. And the older I get, the more that I 100% agree and understand that is what progress actually looks like, you know? And it's okay to have seasons where effort looks different. And that's something that I've had to reshape my mind around. As I had an injury last July, I went on my first weight loss journey, and now I'm back to strength training, but I'm feeling like a beginner again. And it's been quite the learning process for me. And I know that there's somebody out there who's also going through something similar, where you're learning something new and everything feels new again, and it feels like you're starting over again. Progress is not linear, but as long as you are still moving in the right direction, even if it's 1 inch at a time, your trajectory is going to be exactly where you need it to be to achieve your goals. So part 5 of this mini reset is about accountability and support. I think it is so important to have a village around you, to have people in your life who are supporting you, who are rooting for you. And this could be something as simple as telling your friends one of your weekly goals. This could be walking with a friend a couple times a week. This could be starting a Facebook group, an Instagram chat, or something of that nature, where you are checking in with each other, you're rooting for each other, things like that. You can even join a fitness class or an online community, something of that nature. Talk to and get encouraged by like-minded individuals. I know that can make a huge difference, having that encouragement outside of you pushing yourself with motivation and discipline. So that's something to seek out. If you guys are interested in something like that, I'm not sure what it would look like, but I could definitely create something. I can figure something out. If you guys would be interested in me doing something like that, hosting it, so that we could create a community of accountability, root for each other, share tips, tricks, maybe some recipes too. I would love some recipe inspiration as well. Or you can even just comment down below what your mid-year reset looks like, and I would love to cheer you on. So here's your reminder: you don't need a new year, a new month, a new day, a new week to start again. All you need is right now. This is your chance to reset with intention, not pressure. To build habits that serve you now, not whatever version of you were 6 months ago. So let me know in the comments, what's one goal that you're resetting and what's one habit you're rebuilding. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, because that supports me and my channel, which I'm so appreciative of. And of course, subscribe for more content. I so appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to watch this video. It means a lot to me. If you're not interested in subscribing and you're just passing through, I'm so happy to have had you here, even for this little bit of time. I hope that next time you stop by, you do subscribe. Just know that I am rooting for you, all of you guys, and be sure to share this with a friend who might need a mid-year pick-me-up. I will catch you guys next time. Bye.